Welcome back to Broke Till Friday podcast, guys.
Now on DraftKings.
We are live once again, not with a DraftKings endorsement, but with an endorsement from Marcos Calandrelli himself. Everybody that's still here in the audience, we're doing it live from the Laugh and Build Comedy Club. Give it up for Marcos Calandrelli. Woo!
How are you, my friends? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Marcos here is from Argentina,
Yes,
which
sir.
means his grandparents were Nazis.
Yes, sir.
They escaped from Germany to make it over there to have a better life and to hate Jewish people. And I realize now that's not a good look because Elon Musk is now his best friend. So how's that going?
The typical last name, Calandrelli.
Oh.
It's not very German. Okay.
That's true. Italian, probably.
Italian,
I'm guessing,
right?
right?
Yes. Half of Argentina is Italian.
Really?
Yes, and the other half is from Spain.
Well, I think a third of the Axis powers was Italian too. So that might have to do.
Damn, he got me. I think my grandparents were like fascists. How do you say fascista?
Fascists.
Fascists, yeah. I think there's something weird. My grandfather was like, he hated Chileans, okay?
Inter-Latin American race?
Yeah. So he was used to like see a Chilean walking and say, oh, they are so small.
So small.
Yeah.
If being small was
He's
an
dead.
insult-
I can say that because he's dead, guys.
Oh, okay.
He has been dead for a while.
Rest in piss. So, yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if being small was an insult, then I don't think Walter would get anywhere. But
My grandfather used to talk about Walter a lot, yeah.
Salvadorians?
now he sees you under 5'6" and he's like Chilean. But you gotta correct him, and he goes Salvadorian, and he's got a whole new slur for that, right? So, yeah, I mean, tell us all about your story. You mentioned a little bit about it as we were talking earlier, but for everyone in the audience, how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for 3 years now, but I'm a writer, so I'm a kind of a comedy writer, and I've been doing that for a long time. So
nice.
the thing of writing comedy is a little bit easier for me than performing is so difficult. That's the part that it took me years to get on stage. I started loving stand-up comedy when I was 20, and I think it took me like 30 years to get on stage.
Oh,
Yeah, I freeze talking to a small group of people, and I had to say something like my la garganta trembles, like was horrible. So I had to learn, and I did all that, and I'm enjoying it so much.
That's good.
Yes,
I'm going to caution you on using Spanish just because we have a No Sabo kid here. So, again,
He knows way more than you think. Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But if we start having a conversation in Spanish on the side, he's not going to understand 100% of it. So, muy poquito, he says. So what's the other words in Spanish you know?
You said this last week.
Got him.
Let's talk
I'll
about
say it
something
again.
good.
I'll
Yeah,
say it
it's
again.
crazy. Okay, what do we?
What are the words? Yeah, what are the words you know in Spanish?
Gato, carro, hola. That's it.
Gato calvo, so he knows bald pussy. All right. It's not a bad start. So, but yeah, so writing, and anything that we would know of?
No, but I did in Argentina. So I moved here 15 years ago, and I was there writing mostly advertising, and I learned to write comedy doing advertising. And then I worked there for a magazine that was like the National Lampoon in Argentina. That was really fun, and from that I wrote from radio shows and not TV shows. That was really good. And then mostly advertising. And then I moved here working for an advertising agency, but doing comedy on the side. That is fun. It's fun. And the other day I did a roast battle. I want to say that, yeah, because I won. So I want to say that. I did a roast battle at the Comedy Store, and it was terrifying. You ever did one?
I thought you said Rose Bowl first.
Roast battle.
Roast battle. I heard. I haven't done.
I said roast
battle.
ball. No, sorry.
roast
battle.
No,
I did a roast battle there at the
Wow.
Comedy Store, and it's terrifying.
Can you give us some of your favorite roasts?
What was the roast you think that got?
Long jokes, but I can talk later. But I was going to go on stage, and I've been doing comedy for a while, and I don't get nervous to go on stage. Now, you get a little bit nervous. I was trembling. I was going to go on stage, and my hand was moving like that. I was shaking. It was horrible. And then I don't know if you've ever been in the belly room. It is really small, and there was a full room, and the energy of the people is like here. And if the joke sucks, like silence. Nobody say it's horrible.
The belly room, is that the one with the mirror? I mean, the glass that you can see outside to the bar? Is that the belly room or is that the main room?
The main room is the big one with the red thing.
Yeah.
Then they have the original room.
Right. That's the one by the bar.
I think that's that's beside the bar. No, the bedroom is the one that is really small. You have to go through the stairs.
Okay. So
it was really fun.
Anybody notable there that like was in the audience? Or?
It was not very famous, but it was like the people that usually are on the Rose Battle World.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And I think, did you have Julian Fernandez here?
No.
No,
not yet. Not yet. That's what we.
He was one of the Rose Battles. He was really good, super funny, and he was like a judge. Pat Barker is the CEO.
Bob Barker.
Pat Barker.
I think Bob Barker is dead. So
come on, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. So it's pretty. That place is pretty cool. Though the Comedy Store is like you can literally sit there at the bar and then watch famous people walk in and out.
It's amazing.
That's beautiful,
It's
man.
amazing.
I saw David Spade. What's it called?
Star Trek all the time. Yeah.
Jeff Ross. Freaking. It was crazy. Mark
Yeah.
Maron. Yeah, like famous.
And you can
people.
actually get on stage. You gotta, if you are lucky to go on the potluck, or you have on Sundays you have the set of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You put your name on a list. If they call you, you're gonna do 2 minutes, and if you win, then you can go on Monday and do like the door guys show, and it's like it's really cool. It's really cool. So you have the opportunities there.
Yeah.
Well, you also mentioned Jeff Ross. Was there anything else notable that he might have not done?
Oh, right. So I was going into the restroom to use the restroom, and he's taking a piss.
That's a good story. I like the story now.
Yeah, he's taking a piss, and I'm like earlier, David Spade was on. I had my friend Roman with me. He's like, you didn't say shit to David Spade. You didn't say hi or nothing. So I was like, all right. So I was like, I was walking in. He was walking out. He didn't wash his hands at all. I was like, what's up, Jeff? And he was like, "Arr." So he just kept going. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, but
he didn't wash his
words.
hands.
He didn't. He's like, ugh. And then he just went on stage and killed, I guess. So.
And just grabbing that mic after his unwashed hands.
His unwashed penis.
His unwashed penis is on that mic. Someone turn that into a clip because we got it. That's the real. It's gonna go viral.
Yeah, but that's probably the goal right there, to perform there. That's
Actually, the goal is to perform in the Laughing Pickle Comedy Club. I don't know if you've heard, but we've got this great open mic going on Thursdays.
That's really fun. I went there.
We're their little brother. We're trying to be
We're the little brother.
We're like their second cousin twice removed at this point.
The problem with the Laughing Pickle is that if you get there late, you have to go on stage immediately.
Yeah, that's true. They'll read your name, skip you, and then reread.
What's your name? Marcos, come here. You're gonna say what? It was tough.
Tonight we had 5 or 6 performers, and basically got like right on, like you're here right on time. So
right on time.
You killed it though. You're killing it.
That was
probably the best.
It was fun. That was really fun. And I've been in a lot of open mics. I do all the time open mics, and there was a lot of people here that they are not comics. If you go to the Hollywood Comedy or the Boulevard, like everybody there is a comic and nobody laughs at your jokes. That's the law.
Jesus.
If you laugh, if you laugh at somebody's joke, they
we're trying to foster like a whole like community of just people don't want to come hang out, and work on jokes and
just a couple of chill guys.
Yeah, chill guys. These are like most of these people are my friends from like 10 years already, but they're very supportive. That's great.
It's cool.
Friends, family, bring everyone to the Laughing Pickle Comedy Club every Thursdays here in Koreatown at the address. What's the address?
Don't worry about it.
He doesn't know the address off the top of his head.
No, it's let me pull it up.
He doesn't know the address off the top of his head. Walter, put it up on the screen, flashing on the screen.
Can I ask me the question? What's the story with the Laughing Pickle? How this came to life?
He was outvoted. That's basically it. No, but it was just it's a T-shirt that I have based on a video game that no longer exists from like the DC universe, from comics, and I can't find that shirt anywhere else anymore. I can't find it anywhere. So when I was looking at it, I was like, I bet we could just use the same logo, like inspired by the logo, and we won't get copyright struck, right? Right? Like we just had to hire some guy to like make the exact same logo, but just look different enough that it's like we took inspiration, but we weren't straight up copying. So I have that shirt at home. I should have put on that shirt.
What's the story of the comedy club?
So my dad rents a spot. Every weekend he has like parties for like the neighborhood people, but during the week it's empty. So I was like, I love comedy, so let's start doing this. And
the neighborhood people. He should have said urban, but I think that's not enough. Yeah, quinceañera, stuff like that. So there's a big 15. They moved the numbers, huh? Yeah, there was a big 1-5 back there. So they do either 15s or 51-year-old birthdays. There's no in between. So, but yeah,
birthday for me. Okay.
So I mean, yeah, it's just we came together and we've been doing this podcast since 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Broke Till Friday podcast. But yeah, no, we just got to work on the marketing and whatnot a little bit more, which we're like.
I think now Walter's it's going to pick up because it's going to, now we have live. Community. I like the live because, like.
We hear people stomping on the floor.
People, yeah.
We hear the ambiance of life.
And it's just on the internet, just not marketed at all. Then nobody's gonna ever see you, right? So you have to actually get people in the door with like free snacks and free open mic.
We gotta bribe people,
and then,
sometimes even free isn't enough because there was a couple people signed up and they still didn't come.
Free drugs,
I don't know, for legal reasons, free drugs. That's a joke.
You said free head in the back.
Free head in the back. Okay, that one is on Michael. So if you guys provided 100% head services by Michael, his address is 1312. But it's just we're trying to get out here, have a good time, and just keep practicing because I think that's the most important thing that most comics would agree. The most important thing, the most valuable thing, is stage time, right? Just getting up there, doing the reps, doing them over and over again. So.
I've been doing comedy for a while. I would say, because I heard that a lot. You have to go on stage. You have to go on stage. You have to write also. Between stage time, you have to fucking write. You have to sit down. Write shitty jokes. Write the worst jokes ever, and then go on stage.
That's my 3 minutes right now.
Yeah, I don't know, because there are some comics who have been doing the same jokes for 20 years, like Seinfeld, but that's exception. No, that's exception.
Okay. No, but I would say that, like, if you go on stage and say the same jokes, you're gonna solidify your mistakes. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get better. You have to fucking write, and then you have big feedback. If you can do it with a friend, do it with a friend. Say, hey, what it was? Now you're an asshole, I know, whatever, and you need to get better. That's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you. That's
I'm
good
so
advice.
wise. I'm so wise.
Have you ever hosted open mic? Or
yes, I did it once, and I suck so bad. I did twice at the Comedy Chateau. Mm-hmm. I was having a good relationship with Felix, with the owner, so I was invited there a lot, and I did a lot of shows there. At some point, he told me, okay, you have to host. Do you want to host? And I said, of course I can host. And I suck it so bad. I get nervous and I forget the names. And he has like a long list of rules to hosting on the Comedy Chateau. And I mistake every rule. So
you got to send me those rules because we're freeballing it right now.
No rules. I said racist.
This is way better. This is way better. Don't worry. That sucked. That list was sucked so bad.
We're not trying to stifle creativity here, but also I forgot to do my 3 minutes at the beginning. So I mean that's probably why
that's
people have
not important. Who cares about comedy?
Is that what the host usually does? 3 minutes in the top.
That's what we were doing. I don't know. That again, it always depends.
I went to the Comedy Cafe over there on Sunset, and the host did like 3 minutes on the top. So I'm like, and then he did solid like minute in between.
Yeah, because one of the comics was also saying like she was like, oh, you should have done your 5 minutes at the end. That's usually
at the end.
That's what I thought. No. I was like, I don't know if I'm a closer just yet.
So what I know from a host is the host should do 5 minutes at least 5 minutes because I think the host should create the energy. It's not the funny. It's not the laughs. You have to create the energy.
Right.
I saw the good hosts are the one that like engage with people. If you can talk with people to do crowd work, that's amazing. And to talk with people and like cheer the people up, and then you start bringing comedians. And if you have a couple of jokes that work, that you know they're gonna work, that's perfect. But it's about energy. 100% about energy. The best host that I saw.
So you're saying I gotta do a bump before I get up here and then start going, all right, everyone, and then just get them riled up. So.
Do you drink or smoke or anything?
No,
nothing.
I drink like
you drink a little bit.
Yeah,
he doesn't drink at all ever. He doesn't like it.
It doesn't matter. Drink, the bump.
Yeah, no, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm sorry, Walter. But
he's a good boy.
But,
okay, let's talk about that.
I'm a good boy. I'm crazy about Elvis.
What? So 1-2 buckle my shoe.
1-2 buckle my shoe.
What's it gonna mean?
1-2 buckle my shoe. 3-4 lock the door. I'm getting heckled by.
I don't know. Smoke.
Edward had to laugh so hard he went outside. I guess that's what happens, dude. Sometimes. So, but yeah, no. I mean, I guess. What do you think has been the most interesting open mic? Like, not even the funniest, but like the most interesting one that either
we could steal from. What makes it interesting?
So I would say the Hollywood comedy, you know that one, and the Comedy Boulevard are pretty similar. The good thing about those that you can go whenever you want. So you look the slotted, you put your name, and you go there. They give you a lot of stage time. You pay $5 and you go there. Yeah, of course you have to.
I hear it's free, so that's a good thing.
Nickel Comedy Club free on Thursday nights here in Koreatown.
Yeah, everybody that came in today were like, "What's the charge?" I'm like, "Dude, there's no
$5. Here you go." I don't know. $100. You have 30 seconds on stage.
I put on the flyer.
Then the what's the name of the Joe Manente's
the Menendez brothers?
Manente. Joe Manente. He's the owner of the Comedy Cafe. It's not that one.
If you name drop owners, I don't think we're going to know.
I don't know. Okay. But he's the same. You can go whenever you want. Do 5 or even 15 minutes.
Right.
Nobody's going to be there.
Yeah, but they get their thing from people bringing their people, and then you have to pay for the recording, right?
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
It's like $40 or something because it's professionally
But
recorded.
you're gonna record at an open mic. You record a show, not an open mic.
You do it on your phone for free.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I would do when I was at Bellflower.
Yeah.
Either my girl would help me out, or I just get a little stand, put it there, and record the 5 minutes.
I did one on Bellflower, and it was like empty, and one couple. So the whole show was to one couple there. It was weird, but it's fun. That was
that on an open mic? Or?
Yeah, the open mic.
So 5 minutes just to one couple, or did you run the time or what?
No, 5 minutes to one couple. That's it.
All right. So you think we're heading in the right direction? Like,
this is great.
You know, we're getting people.
Guys, this is great.
We're
This is
okay.
great.
It's okay. We're doing it.
Man, today on the way here,
Remember.
I was like, should we keep doing this? But I'm like, it's growing.
The past doesn't matter. The future is not important. What matters is the now.
Okay.
What? That's the slogan.
That was
Confucius did not
that
say
was
that.
gay as hell.
That's why I'm
I think you need to start drinking.
You gotta start drinking. Yeah, you start doing coke or something.
So I can go, guys.
You don't want that.
The past and the future and the pheasant.
It's all backwash at this point.
It's all back.
For legal purposes, that's sparkling water.
But yes, we can invite friends. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Yeah, it's a great space. It's a good. Yeah.
Come back next week.
Yes, I'm gonna be here,
invite.
guys. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here with friends.
So we've got a new regular. Last week's regular is Tony Klein, who's not here today, so maybe he's not a regular. But either way, Tony, no shade to you. A little bit of shade.
Love you, Tony.
We'll see you. We'll see you next week, Tony. Hopefully. And we'll see.
You had a show last Sunday. I was thinking about going, but I think I was busy. But yeah, $15 to enter though.
$15?
Yeah, that's why I didn't go.
And
it was like in Sunset, so I was like, that's far.
Yeah. Aren't some of the shows at the Comedy Store like $5?
It was like some other place.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
but
no, they're like $45. The Comedy Store is legit. Like that's the most legit spot.
like they just had like a free show, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was for like some other show, a benefit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should have done that.
I lost the two hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know we're doing business.
Yeah.
So who are you?
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
but anyways,
This is gonna be great, guys. This is gonna be a great place, and it's gonna grow. And let's
So
tell everyone.
I know you through what's her name again?
Shalonda,
right? She's
Shalonda
the
is
one
my
with the
manager.
contract that wants to be promoter of this spot.
Got it.
I don't know if we're gonna continue with that, but I think we're just gonna keep doing word of mouth. I think that's working okay, So I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it.
We're only 4 weeks
My
in
thing
right
is,
now.
she's also out of state, and it's like she hasn't really hit me up like in the last 2 weeks. So I'm like,
No
kind
follow-
of.
no
Today she let
follow-through.
me know that the other guy wasn't showing up,
Yeah.
but you were. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I don't know. Well, yeah,
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all
that's like
good.
business shit.
Yeah. But Marcos, back to the actual interview, guys. Marcos, so you told us a lot about your childhood.
How big's your dick?
A lot.
There we go.
No,
That's a great question. So
What's the craziest drug you've done?
He's
You
seen a
know that.
1 inch.
So small.
He's seen a 1 inch clip before. So if it's bigger than that, you got him beat. So.
That's one of the jokes. Yeah, seen a thumb clip.
You missed.
You missed my joke. Yeah,
it's okay.
I want to make that my famous. That's gonna be my machine. That's gonna be my machine story, dude. I'm gonna write that shit to the fucking.
In 2014, I saw a girl with a huge clit. This is my story. That's what you're gonna do.
2021.
In 2021, it was past COVID.
Yeah,
that's an impression. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah. So
he should have told me we were doing impressions earlier. I would have done something.
No, do whatever the fuck you want. It's entertainment. We're just entertaining. Yeah, I know.
You have any impressions you can?
No, I'm the worst. No, nothing.
What's like a good Latino?
Barely speak English.
Can you do a stand and deliver? Like
a what?
You ever see stand and deliver? Like these are not my kids. You know.
That's the wrong kind of Hispanic. But
hey, fucking
go off.
You do it. I don't know what's that.
Jaime Escalante, you know that movie?
No.
No? Fuck.
Shit, sorry.
What's good in Argentina? Like, what's a good movie?
Give us, culture us.
Messi.
In Argentina.
Messi, campeón del mundo. Come on.
Why is it so messy? They don't have any mops or cleaners? What?
Soccer? Okay.
Yeah, so Messi, the soccer guy. What's up with him? What's the deal with Messi?
He's
a great comic.
Is he the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Real?
He's the greatest of all time. Totally.
What about
Maradona?
What about Ronaldo?
No. He doesn't have the World Cup under his belt. That's the only thing he doesn't have that the other guy has, that Messi has.
Even though he's not such a good player. He's a good player. He's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
He's like, he runs fast. But when you talk about playing soccer,
skill,
they're better players. Zidane, I know. Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Here comes Speed. You can come mess you up, dude. Speed, you know Speed? He's like the number one fan of fucking right now.
The influencer. That's influencer.
Okay.
That's influencer.
Yeah. Speed, right? I show Speed.
You know what Speed is?
Yeah.
It's an influencer.
Influencer. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, I have to translate to him because he's not. I told you his Spanish isn't that good. So.
5 beers in.
5 years.
I know one influencer. Come on. That's the only influencer I know.
Yeah, he's world famous now.
Yeah,
right? Everybody knows him. He goes to any country and he's like swarmed by people. He's up there.
How you can get to be a big influencer? You are young. What's the path?
He just turned 20.
What did he even do that got him famous?
Streaming, and then he clung on to Leonardo's coattail. I think that's what he did. Because like he's already world famous, so he's like, oh, I'm the number one fan, you know. So then he started following him, and then you know people found him that way probably.
That's interesting.
But regardless, you know who Dursky is? Drewski?
No.
Drewski? No. Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly. He's like Drewski is this one guy. I'm like, who is that? This guy looks like Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, I don't. How am I supposed to know who this is?
Whatever. Let's talk about something else.
So let's talk about.
Let's talk about bombing. Bombing on stage. Did you bomb on stage? Ever?
I did.
Ever?
Oh, this guy every week.
Every week is another bomb, and I keep getting calls from ISIS because they're like, "You're so good at bombing, man." God, I think the U.S. is going to contract me for those Palestinian kids. But anyways, that might be a little too dark for right now. So
I bombed the other day at I had this invite that was big for me. It was a Laugh Factory in Long Beach with Paul Rodriguez
on the Pike, right?
Yeah, and Paul Rodriguez does this every Wednesday, the Spanglish show, and I don't really bomb. I do good. I have my material, but I was in the lineup. I was in the middle, so it was perfect lineup. And I showed up there, and then I was going to go on stage, and Paul Rodriguez went on stage because he wanted to go to home. Okay, he bombed me. So, and all the people that are there, it wasn't a field room, but everybody goes there to watch Paul Rodriguez. Okay, so and he started doing comedy, and he did good. He was doing a really good set, and he usually do 20 minutes. He did 50 minutes.
Okay? 50 minutes. 50
minutes. Blah blah blah. And he was crushing. He was like dancing on stage. Everything was great. And then he finished. And he calls one of his friends that is kind of famous that I don't know who he was, but everybody like, oh, this guy.
That's George Lopez or something.
Something like that. Yeah. And he went on stage, 35 minutes.
So you did
it's midnight.
And then they start putting me in there, and I was last. They put me in the lineup, I was last. 2 hours 50, I went on stage. People were like leaving or sleep, I don't know. And I bounced so bad. I was so bad. You know when you say that joke, nobody laughs, and your skin starts to hurt. Like,
I have not heard that.
and this is not the worst. My daughter and her boyfriend were there. Boyfriend, the first time that he went to see me, and it was bomb. It was like melting on stage. Like, you're trying to, please don't hate me. It was so bad. It was so bad. So that's comedy.
That definitely is. I know I've pushed.
But then I don't know why it made me laugh that I bomb on stage. I don't know. It's funny.
You look back on it and you start laughing at yourself because
you're
stupid,
like, it's stupid. If you bomb on stage, nothing happens. That's the main thing. Nothing happens. Nothing's gonna happen. Then you go the next way and maybe you do good, and that's it.
Yeah, you get embarrassed, you leave. Like, let's teach them some Spanish actually right now. When you say I'm embarrassed, you can say estoy embarazado.
I'm embarrassed.
So now you'll say it in Spanish.
I'm embarrassed.
But yeah, embarazado means pregnant, just for.
Embarazado.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you think is like the joke that you're most proud of right now? Because that's always going to change, and it's a tricky question. But
I think the joke, it was a surprise for me because I wrote it. I had it in my book I had it in my book for 1 year because and then I said it once and it just crashed it. And I told it here. It was the coffee shop one.
That's a good one.
And I said it once, and people started laughing. It kind of surprised me, and that joke never bombed ever. Works every time.
So it's a perfect structurally. I'm such a nerd about the structure of jokes.
Me too. I love structure.
It's a perfectly structured joke because you've already told them they stole this, they stole that, and then you go, I put down my phone. And the coffee shop is gone. It's you subverted the expectation.
And I think it's very visual.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Very visual because when people you're expecting the phone is not there. And it's okay, now it's the coffee shop, and it's kind of big, and it's 2 words only. And there's a coffee shop. Bang! It's immediately. So that's the joke I'm most proud of.
It's weird when you write a joke and you think it's okay, but then everybody thinks it's funny. You're just what? That joke
the feeling of that writing a joke, and I think this is good, and then it crashes.
Right. Okay.
And a joke surprise. One of the jokes that I said here, the third language. English is my third language.
That's a quick one. I like quick ones.
I didn't like the joke very much. And then I start doing it, and it's working every time.
Get the laugh. It's entertaining. You got to do it. That's why I like quick ones too. Just keep it going. Yeah. One of my quick ones was I'm gonna tell you is the Asian one.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't here for that.
Please.
Go.
It's
how do you know Asian people are hungry? They say I'm so hungry I can.
I don't get it.
Because there's a saying in English, people will say, "I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse." Right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry."
Good joke. I like it. Sorry, I miss it. But now it's a good joke. Yes, I like it.
But now Arrow.
It's so racist that I love it. Yeah, I think it's great. Great joke.
The arrow was so thick, and everyone's like, and then I just started going. Oh my God, it was.
Please. And it happened to me at the beginning. I was writing a joke that was kind of edgy, and I was scared. People are gonna hate me. And then I went on stage and said the joke, and nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah, no, I mean,
are they gonna fight you?
Exactly. And then you start okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further, and it's amazing. That feeling is great.
I think the name of my first comedy special, if I ever get there, it's gonna be Shameless. I think I'm gonna name it Shameless.
That's the name of a TV show next.
I know. I don't give a fuck. What?
There's
Louis
songs
C.K. The same thing. I don't know.
Louis C.K. has a special called
Shameless. Fuck. That motherfucker took it. Okay, I gotta think.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Next.
What's a synonym for shameless?
You just
Sinvergüenza. Say it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
Fiendish. From the streets.
Okay, fiendish.
You could say
I kind of like that.
Clit like a thumb, or just call it like a thumb. Just call it like a thumb, dude.
Guys, who is these people?
Who are these people? Don't worry about it. They're here.
This is the executive producer. It's our.
This is our audio boy. This is
audio bitch.
Our the best girl.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna murder you.
The perfect reading.
Look at this photo he sent. It's the worst photo. What is that? He hates it. That's pretty good. That's our drummer, actually. That's actually
that's a band drummer. He doesn't have drums, unfortunately. So
our guitar player is lost in the desert right now, high as shit. So that's why he didn't come on
an ayahuasca trip.
Yeah.
We've got our token trans person here.
Totoro.
We've got the token cook chef in the back.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, like these are all our
He's
friends.
supposed to bring
He
fajitas,
promised
but
me that he's going to do 5 minutes of comedy.
I know.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
We were
You
telling
said
him.
you were gonna do a story. What happened?
Next Thursday.
About you when the time you shit yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Tell us about the time the Korean lady gave you a tug.
There's some in the fridge, yeah.
All you have to do at the end is just be like, and then that's how I popped pudding or whatever. You know. Yeah. But yeah, like everyone here is like our friends for like 10 plus years, and then we have Luis.
Yeah, they're pretty good, huh? I like them. Yeah, Michelob Ultra. This is an ad for Michelob Ultra.
Stop advertising this.
So let's talk
Kids
about
watch this
Luis
shit.
is actually a photographer. Well, kind of, that I met at shows back in the day, and I just kept following him. I was like, I'm interested because it's like, because I used to take photos at the shows as well, like for the band or whatever. But I liked his work, so I was like, all right. And then he hit me like, he's like, oh, do you want actors for your new short film or whatever? I was like, yeah, dude, come on. Like, yeah. And then
We need
just kept
actors in
following
the
each other.
audience, dude.
Yeah.
Find some people to just laugh.
A filler, dude. Yeah, dude.
Find us all the E-listers.
Yeah. So he's a real one. He's a fucking real one, dude. He
Nice,
showed up.
Luis.
Shout out to Luis.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
Round of applause for Luis.
He's a real
Stand
one,
up, Luis. Stand up. Who said stop clapping? Guys, a round of applause for Luis.
Okay.
Thank
but,
you.
yeah, and then, that's some female. I don't know. But, that's kidding. That's my friend Anna. And then Michael, and then Evelyn, and then, yeah.
So it's just our folks at home that usually watch at home, and now they're watching it live. So
Yeah, we're doing it
Nice.
live now. I think it's entertaining. You guys like it? Like the show? So it's just like,
He says no. He's like, no, fuck you, man, fuck you. He's sitting there just, he's giving us a 1,000-eye stare from Full Metal Jacket. Just
hopefully next week we're trying to hook up to the PA system. So we do like a Kill Tony thing. You know Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Like Tony Hinchcliffe. So we're trying to do that. So we have like a lot of people and we have a lot of participation and stuff.
Nice.
That'd be kind of cool. You know?
Yes.
That's a goal.
It's gonna
But
be.
I'm a soundboard and do all that shit. I have it, but this fucker didn't bring a laptop.
My laptop broke.
I know,
It stopped
yeah.
charging, man. It's crazy.
I want to see the drummer doing stand up.
Oh, well, I know.
We keep telling him to
He's
do
funny.
stand-up.
He's probably the funniest one out of all of us, and then he just doesn't want to do it. He just
Come on, drummer, you have to do it.
you have to do
Yeah.
He's like, nah. He's got so many characters that he does,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know if we can put those out there because there's a lot.
Racist.
All right.
Please do the racing. This is the funniest thing ever. Come on.
It's like the hood character
He
that
does
gets
like-
too serious about Uno. That's a good one. That's gonna be a great one. We're gonna record that sketch and you'll
Yeah, we gotta do
understand.
that.
But anyways, back to our regular scheduled programming. I was gonna ask. So, who would you say like are some of the top the top comedians that you like took inspiration from, whether from Argentina or from here?
I think the guy that I like the most is Louis C.K. And I would say you shouldn't say that because I'm not very proud of what he said.
Yeah, it's a few years after he apologized.
I started following him like in the beginning of the 2000s, so he was nobody. And the writing of the guy I think is amazing. The writing of the guy is amazing.
See, that's another one that I'm such a nerd for because it's like everything that he has is the same thing where it's like he's making it sound as if he's just like, oh, I'm just coming up with these things, but it's because he practiced so much, and it's so interesting seeing how his on like stage persona is so different from his real life one because you'll see him in some interviews where he's kind of like oh, like he's just like an awkward guy or whatever, and it's funny seeing him perform and then just the slow pools of sweat that form over the hour because like even though he's been doing it for so long, he's still just a guy that gets nervous on stage, which is like it's so crazy. Louis C.K. But like his jokes, they're always so good. The one in my head that immediately pops in is the one where he's like, "Oh, my wife is going to vagina the table." It's like she got a very juicy pussy. Like, I think that's my favorite Louis C.K. joke because that's the other thing. One of the beginner tips, someone was saying, "Oh, I tell jokes every week, and my friends told me to write new ones." And the guy, I forget his name, but the guy who was advising was like, "No, your friends don't want to hear good ones. They don't want to hear new jokes. They want to hear funny jokes. because there's jokes that you can tell over and over again, and they'll still be funny, like that. Like my wife a vagina the table, and it's like you hear. It doesn't matter how many times I hear him say that in that special. It's hilarious every time, right? Which is kind of the thing with us. Where okay, we're gonna keep telling the same jokes over and over again until either we fix them to the point that they're funny each time, or we're like, all right, we gotta let go of this one, and then
I let go of a couple. I didn't do them last week.
Nice.
So
I think my like solid. No, you think what I did?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We got to keep practicing. That's all I'm gonna say. We got to keep practicing. We got to keep getting 5 solid minutes, not 3.
Because I feel like I rushed it too. I was just.
It's all good.
There's another guy that I love. He's 75 years old. His name is Jimmy Brogan. I don't know if you're
Jimmy Brogan.
Jimmy Brogan is the opener for Jay Leno. Has been the opener for Jay Leno forever, and he was the head writer of the Tonight Show for 20 years.
Wow.
He's on the Comedy Chateau every Friday, Saturday, then the Hermosa Beach on Sundays. And the guy does crowd work, and I think he's the best crowd work in the country. Yes, that's the guy.
Wow.
The
Clean
Ivy League of comedy.
because the guy talk to people, never disrespect the audience, never bad words, like never swear.
Never swears.
Never swear. And
He's clean.
Like Bill Cosby.
Brilliant. He's brilliant. Like the way he talks to people, and he connects the conversations. And if you are stupid, he's gonna call it. Okay. Yeah, but he's gonna come with jokes with the conversation. It's amazing to watch him work, and every time it's different. Every time it's different. He's amazing. That's one of the guys I like very much.
Who would you say is one of the like up and comers that you've seen that you're like this guy's gonna be good in a few years?
There's a lot. I think if you're in LA and you're watching comedy here, like in our level, there are a couple of comedians that are really good. Walter is one of them because he's saying that. Who would say?
Do you like Ralph Barbosa?
I love Ralph Barbosa.
Do you like him? Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen him? Like you seen him?
I know. I was especially never see him live.
Okay.
But the writing is super smart.
He's good.
He built a character, and he always stay in character, and he's funny. He's
Do you know that that one comedian that passed this week?
Yeah, Ken Flores.
Yeah, Ken Flores. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I saw him once. He was like a beast on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Super funny. Super young. He was.
Oh yeah,
27. 27. Yeah.
What was his name?
Ken Flores?
Ken Flores.
Rest in peace, Ken Flores.
Yeah.
Kenja Flores or whatever his full name, but
he was from Chicago, and he came here like 2 years ago, and he was like already headlining the Improv and the Love Factory. And like he was like amazing. I don't know what happened. The guy died.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either, but yeah, he was funny. I think I saw him.
Cardiac arrest. I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Walter, for that downer.
But he's seen him. That's
cry.
Yeah.
There was this one guy that I started with at Bellflower, Pablo Carpinteros. I still remember.
I know him,
right? And the one joke, sorry, Pablo, I'm gonna have to say your joke out here. The one joke that I still remember that was so good, where he was like, Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna do the accent, but he was like, Taylor Swift has hundreds of songs about breaking up. Hundreds of songs about breaking up. Not a single song about blowjobs. It's like, I wonder who did the breaking up. You know? It was so good, and he said that one a couple times, and it's like, again, it brings me back to that moment of like, don't just write new jokes, write funny jokes. That joke was so good. I'm like, I still remember today.
I like Pablo on stage because he's a character on stage. He talks in a way that's really weird, and he's like the way he moves.
He's like, I'm from Argentina.
Yeah. The way he said things is already funny, so he's a winner there. Yeah, another guy. Actually, I work in advertising, and he works in advertising also. He's from Argentina. He does comedy. So I am Pablo Carpintero, actually.
You guys are separated from birth, basically.
And I go every show that I go, like, you are Pablo Carpintero? No, fuck it, I'm not.
He's giving Argentinians a bad name.
Nah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There are a couple of Argentinians. There's a guy called Ivan Salas, and he's good also. Nacho Sarricchio, he's good. There's a couple of them.
You know, I think we should do a Spanish show here, honestly. Like, even though we'd probably get less people than regular open mics, but I think we should still, like, it's just a niche, right? It's like,
we have to do it.
Yes. Spanish show, and then just like, okay, 5 minutes of Spanish stand-up and whatnot, and, you know?
I'm going to do my first... shout at the blonde one.
You got blue eyes, blonde hair?
Yeah, the blonde one. The blonde guy shout. This is America.
Blue eyes, white frat boy.
So actually with that, like one piece of advice I got from a friend or whatever, like
whatever
stand up, is appeal to the community, right? If you're doing open mics, like try to get people in the door, like. So maybe that would work actually, because there's a lot of Latinos that come here, that do the 15 parties here.
Yeah.
Advertise to them. If you want to do a Latino night, that'd be kind of.
I heard a lot about doing, like, people say, if you know about an open mic that is in Spanish, I will do it.
Oh.
I'm going to do my first show in Spanish this Saturday at the Tao here.
Where at?
Tao Comedy Club.
I'll look it up.
T-A-O. Oh, Tao Comedy Club. Okay, yeah.
Tao
Comedy Club.
Fucker.
Tao Comedy Club here in Koreatown?
Yeah.
Here in Koreatown, guys. Saturday,
It's my first time doing Spanish. Second time doing Spanish. And there's not a lot of places, and people are asking for it. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. No, because I had so many stories from my dad telling me things that I'm like, it's so much funnier in Spanish, but because like Spanish is such a different language, because you go, okay, this might be only a euphemism in Mexico, right? But it's like, like, do you want to do something? And they'll go, obviously, right? But the way they say it is like, pues a huevo. And it's like, well, how do you translate, like, an egg? Like, you can't translate that, like, oh, you want to go do something? Pues an egg. Like, that's not a thing, There's so many of those, like, little nuances in Spanish that you're like, yeah, if I said this joke in English and translate it, it's going to sound horrible. Like, it's like, oh, and then you hit him and he shat on your stick? What? Pues me andaba cagando el palo. Like, again, there's so many little things like that don't translate over, which I'm like, yeah, I would love to put together 5 minutes of Spanish stuff too and just go, nice. Yeah, like, un día mi papá me estaba diciendo estas cosas, and then just start going into, like, those stories, because I'm like, I'm just going to bring my dad and he's going to do 5 minutes in Spanish. Honestly, I think that's the real plan. That's the real thing we have to do. So, nice. But yeah, Spanish show. What do you think? Should we do it one Thursday a week, or we do it on a Wednesday?
Do it once and see how it works. And if it works, you can start doing it.
Yeah, so...
let me know, because I can bring people.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we'll have a packed house.
Nice.
So.
And that's all for today. Thank you very much for coming.
You're not off the hook just yet. We still got you. You can't clock out just yet. So
oh shit.
We still got you on the hook for the. You haven't taken your last break? Well, we're not union here, so get back to work, slave. Oh no, wait, yeah, Michael, come on up. That's right. Come on up here and enlighten us with some statements that you got.
No union.
He doesn't have statements. Come on, Michael. Michael, now you're gonna interview, and you're gonna tell. No. You're gonna. You are now the interviewer. So,
Michael,
it's not an intervention.
What's your favorite drummer?
I don't have one. Me. I'm my favorite drummer.
You jerk off in front of the mirror, dude. Come on.
I have all my walls are just mirrors. I don't have walls.
When you started playing drums? I have a better question. Why
8 years
you started?
ago, 9 years ago.
Why you started? Why drums?
I played drums because that's what was around. My father plays drums professionally.
Ah, okay.
So he has drums around. And my friends were starting a band at the time, and I had some beginner level of drumming.
Yeah.
And then we started playing music together all the time. No, just started playing from there.
Nice.
Basically.
What kind of music?
Everything. But mostly like
cumbia.
I can do cumbias.
Nice.
Cumbia King, right? Was it Cumbia King songs? Yo no sé lo que tengo. Yo sé. Shh. No?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. Shut the
Michael,
fuck up, Walter.
which is the instrument that get most girls?
Not the drums.
Not the drums.
Come on.
Probably the bass.
The bass.
Yeah.
Nah, not the bass.
Why the bass?
No.
Or is it
It's a
you guys
guitar
have a
player.
slut friend as a bass?
Where's the guitar player? Come on now.
The guitar player. Yeah.
But the guitar player is like the hoe of the band, you know.
That makes sense because they're like going, diddly, 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 suck my dick. And then everyone's like, okay.
Yeah. The bassist is like a little more modest, you know. Yeah, he's in the back.
I'll tongue your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is the biggest
Bigger
crowd?
hands.
What is the biggest crowd that you did?
The biggest what?
Biggest
crowd.
Under at the LA River, like under a bridge.
How many homeless people was that?
It's a lot of homeless people. It was like quite a few.
How many
It's like
people?
half a Skid Row probably.
Damn. That's what, like 500 people? Something like that?
I don't know. I can't probably like.
You can't count?
I can't count, dude. I can't count past 50.
Well,
It's after 50. I don't know.
And if you fuck it up on stage, how you fix that? Or
How do you recover?
Because I love music. I go to shows, but I never see a musician like fuck it up like a drummer because they seem perfect. When they fuck it up,
well, you hear it like, but a good drummer like covers it up quickly. Like they'll go out of tempo for like a bit, and they'll just continue it right after. But like, yeah. You can hear it if you really listen to the beat of the song. Right, everyone makes a mistake every now and then.
Most people are probably too crossfaded to know, right? They're too drunk or too high. So, you play any instruments?
I play guitar.
Look, we have a full band already, guys.
But I didn't tell you how good I'm so bad.
Well, I have news for you. No, I mean, like everyone's got to start somewhere, right? So, and that's why we're here at the Laughing Pickle Comedy Club. LaughingPickleComedyClub.com, Laughing Pickle Comedy Club on Instagram, Laughing Pickle Comedy Club on YouTube? Question mark? Where's Walter? He went to do the pisser. Broke to Friday podcast on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from, etc.
There's a webpage, no? A webpage, yeah.
Instagram is our webpage, I guess. Okay. So, yeah, you guys can follow us there. Walter, have you gotten the domain for Laughing Pickle Comedy Club yet?
No.
Okay, that's what I was expecting. So, what do you think it would take for us to get you up on stage and do 5 minutes?
Michael, do you like comedy?
Yeah, but not stand up.
Why?
Not stand up.
I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike. I just don't. I'm not like, I know who this. I know this stand up comedian. I know this stand up comedian. I don't know. I know like probably like 2 or 3.
What kind of comedy?
They probably don't even do stand up that much anymore.
What comedy do you like?
Joey Diaz.
Yes.
I don't think he still does a lot of stand up, does he? I wouldn't know.
He has a podcast. Yes, you may be right. I think you may be right.
A lot of sit down.
A lot of sit down comedy.
Yeah.
What kind of comedy do you like?
Podcast comedy is a little bit more
Your tempo.
my tempo. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know stand up. I don't know something about it. It's like feels like you're just talking.
To
me,
that's what podcasts are too, right?
True,
like,
but a podcast is like,
I
guess, you know.
Right?
Yeah,
but it just feels different to me. It just feels
podcast is more honest because actually stand up, you write, you rehearse, and everything.
Podcast feels like this is a conversation. It's just like you're just talking.
We're hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. So it's like you'd rather listen to podcasts that are funny because it's like I get that kind of communal sense versus like, hey, this guy rehearsed this 30,000 times and he has the structure down, and it's like after a while, even I can start hearing the structure.
I read that Michael don't like bullshit. So he doesn't like if I start doing stand comedy and start doing these jokes like it doesn't
feels
feel
very fake together.
Yeah, but when he hears somebody talking and he's funny while talking, saying honest shit. Mm-hmm. No, I'm incorrect.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like you got no time for bullshit, basically, right? You're like I can listen to Joey Diaz talk about wings for 3 hours
because he's like storytelling in a funny way, you know. That's why I think it's like.
He's such a character, though. Like I feel like he's such an anomaly because who else is going to do a podcast and go, yeah, and then I took those wings and I told that whore to shove it and she gave me 3 pounds of cocaine and then that was just Tuesday night. Like that's what it was. And then you're like, is this a bit? And he's like, no, cocksucker. Why the fuck am I? You think I can joke about this? You think I would joke about stabbing a hooker 30 times? Like,
look at you. Look at those impressions. Motherfucker, that was good.
See, I tell you, this is why you should have told me earlier, but... You're gonna respect. Out of like those comedians, let's say, out of the earlier comedians like Seinfeld, things like that, who would you say was like one of the first ones besides Louis C.K. right? Yeah. That kind of made you go like, oh, Carlin. George Carlin. Okay, another classic. Yeah.
Carlin. And actually, I was raised Catholic. My mother went to church every Sunday. And then I started hearing Carlin talking about religion, and I said, "Okay, I want to. That's what I think that I don't know how to say it."
He's vocalizing your thoughts.
I'm so dumb. I need somebody to say it for me, and that's what happened. And now I'm proud as atheist.
That's funny. No, yeah, it's so crazy because it's like he was also so revolutionary in his things of like he was cranking out a special every like 9 months and stuff, and because he was in crazy amounts of debt, not even because he was like I enjoy it. He was like, no, I gotta write because I gotta get out here and I gotta sell and keep selling and selling these hours he was making. So all right, we'll save the physical altercations for later. Let me pull up the other chair and then you can
sit on my lap.
Sit on my lap. Sit on his lap.
Bro, just fucking.
It's okay. We got 10 minutes
Yeah,
left.
it gets like 8 minutes, dude. What do you want to sit next to me for?
That's bullshit, man. He smells it. Okay? He's like the Rock. He smells what you're cooking.
I don't trust people who wear white shoes, dude.
Well, you think you're better than us because you got white shoes and they're clean all the time? You got to be down here in the
no.
mud, man.
Damn shit. Right.
They're white and black, though, to be fair. If they were just white or off-white, like some people, you know? But
I'm off white.
his shoes are just dirty. Yeah, so... they're good.
Yeah.
I had another set of questions I was going to ask, and then the second he came up, I forgot them. So I'm blaming this on you. Let's scoot in. Come on.
Why are you gay?
Let's keep
sounds
talking.
good still.
What's your favorite comedian?
So
Hello.
funnily enough,
Hello.
Yeah,
He's
you're
good?
coming out of this end.
no, yeah, it's fine. It's not
Yeah, that's
balanced.
how we do it.
Keep
That's
balancing
how we
that.
do Shut up.
Let me wear glasses.
Okay.
But one of my favorites right now is Mark Normand, and funnily enough, I'm wearing his merch right now because it's just comedy.
Once again,
because that's what he always does. And we went to one of his special tapings that he ended up using, and you can hear me cackling in the background. And I was like, I still remember the joke he said. He was like, I don't remember the punchline was just, I wouldn't tell her angrily, go back to college, and then you can hear me like. Like in the back, because I don't know. I'm too much of a generous laugher and lover, and you know it's
Okay.
it's
not what I've heard.
Yeah, so
Selfish.
but
Selfish bastard.
but he's like,
Keep all the dick to yourself.
hey, don't tell me what to do on my Tuesday nights. And he does like the structure, like it's his are so like
Damn.
ding
3
ding
minutes.
ding.
I think Mark Normand is the best podcaster in the world.
Oh,
I would say
he's so
that.
quick with
Who?
everything.
If he's
Mark
in a podcast after Walter, if he's in a
Mark Normand?
I feel
podcast,
like I know
The
who
guy we went to go see.
Remember?
Are you serious?
Mark Normand,
Yeah.
got me.
He's okay. I like We Might Be Drunk. I like We Might Be Drunk.
I like more his
And then,
podcast
Protect
than
Our
his
Parks.
comedy.
Yeah.
I think the comedy is okay, but the podcast is amazing. Every time he's in a podcast, the podcast goes to another level because the guy is like
He's
ta,
on.
ta,
He's
ta.
like always dialed to 11 with jokes, and he's so quick with everything.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't even like begin to comprehend
But
how
that's
he's
just
like
like
so
the,
fast.
that's the
with it.
autism though. It's not like
Yeah, he's like, I have autism, but like the shitty parts where I can give you, I can't count numbers or toothpicks on the floor, but I can give you a shitty hug. Like, that's the kind of like autism.
he's like they're like, oh, don't be in a rush. Gold rush. You know, that's kind of that kind of autism.
Yeah,
he has.
that's how his brain works. Like
Yeah.
every time, it's word association, which like I'll do that sometimes too, which annoys the hell out of my fiance. Like she'll be like, oh, I don't know, she'll say something, and I'll just be like, oh, blue, yeah, Blue's Clues, and she's like, what? And I'm just like, oh, word association. It's just my brain.
Okay,
is just
no
some
sex
garbage.
today. Yes, happened to me all the time.
Every day.
Cross it off the calendar.
Yeah. Bad joke. My wife's like, no, not today.
No sex for a year.
Yeah.
No sex.
I've been without sex for 2 years now.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah.
I've been married for 24 years, guys.
24 years. That's almost as
Shit,
long as I've been
24
alive.
years.
So
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah.
Damn.
Don't do that.
Congratulations.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't congratulate him.
No, congratulations. That's good work. That's hard work, man.
Yeah. So Walter, who would you say is your favorite comedian?
Your mama. Your mama.
Yeah.
Get drunk.
Who else? Papa?
Favorite comedian? Your father is good. Favorite comedian? Dave Chappelle or Louis C.K. 1 and 2.
I feel like it's Louis
1A.
C.K. and then like Dave Chappelle. Come on.
Okay, I was thinking about this all like
Ooh.
last month because okay, Edward's like, oh, Dave Chappelle's not funny anymore.
He fell off.
Okay,
100%.
think about this, right?
100%.
Just because
Okay, his SNL was good. His
Let me,
SNL was
let me
good.
think about, let me hold on, scoot over. Scoot over.
That's under a controlled environment.
So,
SNL
okay.
is a controlled environment.
So George Carlin started off as a normal comic, right?
Yeah.
He was a great comic. But then by the end, closer to the end of his career, he went to the left, hard left. And that's his style, right? That's how he went. Dave Chappelle, he was great comic all around. Then he went a little bit, a little more edgy on the right kind of thing. But not all the way. But like, that's just saying like George Carlin's not good because he went a little to the left, just because you don't agree with his politics.
George Carlin,
no,
yeah,
it's not
the
yet.
same.
No,
George
one went
Carlin
to the
is
left,
good
one
'cause
went
he
to the
wrote-
to the right.
No, he just wrote good jokes. Like
Yeah.
that was it. Carlin's jokes were relatable.
I don't think his
everyone.
liberal stuff is like the greatest jokes
no.
in the world. Like they're good.
Absolutely, his most famous like stand-up specials. Like you have like the 7 words you can't.
I'm just saying, just because
you have the one where he's like super old or he's already leftist.
Yeah.
Like, two big ones.
I'm just saying, just because he changed his little views, like his views, his political views, doesn't mean like he's less of a comic. They're both legends.
No.
They're both equally great.
It's not even that. It's just that when I saw his other specials, like I was waiting for the jokes to happen. Like he started off, and I was like, okay, and then he was telling just a story.
But that just doesn't diminish his whole career because of his latest thing you didn't like.
I'm saying
that he fell off isn't wrong because it's literally happening later in his career.
Yeah, like okay. How about this? His more recent specials are nowhere near as good as his original specials. Killing Me Softly is such an iconic one, and like baby, what you doing on the corner? It's like fuck you, I got kids to feed. Like that's so perfect.
But that's like peak though.
Exactly. Yeah, like he peaked, which means he fell off.
Yeah, but
right.
You know, I still like his SNL stuff, his new stuff. Like some of his new stuff is good. It's like not all of the jokes hit because you just don't agree with them. That's just different.
No. I legitimately like I was saying, I'm waiting for like the structure of the joke, but he was just kind of rambling and telling a story, and then he was like, yeah, and you know what? No, I don't hate trans people, right? And then everyone was like, ah. Yeah, and then the joke ended in applause rather than in laughter. That's why I was like, I was like waiting for it. But from an Argentino standpoint, what do you think?
You don't have a dog in the race. You don't care.
I was gonna say, like, you guys have told like racist jokes up here. They were pretty funny, but he didn't have any jokes in his special. Like, I don't know.
but like legitimately, like, what do you think? You tell us. You tell us what to think, and we'll think.
Tell us a racist joke.
What the?
I don't like Shepard.
No.
I think the same as you. Like Killing Me Softly is an amazing special, and now it's like he goes. I don't know. I really respect the guy. The guy is really good, and he knows what he's doing, of course. But it's not my favorite. I would say
it's not my favorite.
I prefer
either.
Bill Burr and Jim Jeffries. There are people that I
Bill
like.
Burr. Oh my god.
Bill Burr is fucking annoying. I'm sorry. He's been doing the same shit for like 20 years.
If you pay attention, he actually talks about how he was so angry, and then how he went through therapy to be less angry, but he still gets those bouts of anger, and then more about like his family and stuff. When before it was him versus society, then it was him versus his wife, him versus his kids, and now it's like him and
his whole structure
kids.
is him versus.
No,
that's his whole 20-year career.
It changed recently.
I liked him in middle school. He would make me laugh when he was on Pandora. When I would listen to comedy, go to sleep. I'd watch Seinfeld and Pandora, and then Jim Jeffries, freaking Patton Oswalt, all these fucking guys. Louis C.K. But then like it was the same shit for 20 years. I'm like,
it's not.
You need to change a little bit. Like Louis C.K. stayed relevant.
There are so many good comedians.
It's just what you like to really.
Like Jeselnik, I'm trying to
Anthony
remember
Jeselnik,
the last special, like Tom Segura, like everyone, all of them, they are really good. And when you see like the difference between an amateur comedian, like with our level, and then a professional comedian, like it blows my mind. The other day I did a show, and we were all amateurs, and Ian Edwards. I don't know if you know Ian Edwards.
Yeah, Ian Edwards, yeah.
The guy fucking destroyed the room. Like,
demolished.
Yeah.
And
my wife was there, and he was horny for the guy. Like,
she got up. You had to mop afterwards. My goodness.
But it was funny. No, that's in this moment in my career. Like I'm amazed by the professional guys. Like when they go to the next level, and something changed there, and they attack the stage. I did a show the other day with Shang. I don't know if you know Shang. S-H-A-N-G.
Shang. That's just Shang.
Yeah, that's Shang.
Shang Tsung.
The guy is a beast. He's a beast. I never saw him like bomb me like.
Is it comedy comedian Shang?
Yeah, that's it.
Shang Forbes.
Yes.
He kills.
So like this kind of guy, like they crush it. It's another level.
Yeah, no, and you can see that switch too when like they'll be like talking and kind of nervous right before they go on stage, like even on the specials when they show you the kind of behind the scenes, and they go and then like it's like, oh, next up is like John Mulaney, and then he locks in and he's like, hey everyone, and he starts.
Felipe Esparza.
He's probably my top 3 as well. John Mulaney. I just love John.
Mulaney's amazing.
And his is like he had everything in that. Like he had the intelligence and the charisma to structure the joke perfectly, and then be like, Dog, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the cat. And then everyone's like, because he had like the perfect build up to it. And everything.
He also spent a lot of time writing before he was.
Of course,
writing.
And it shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
Yeah.
So, but guys, it's Broke Till Friday, live from the Laughing Pickle Comedy Club. Give it up one more time for Marcos Calandrelli.
And Michael. And Michael. Come on.
And Michael Garcia. And of course, as always,
the racist Mexican.
I know. I was expecting him to be blonde with blue eyes. What's going on?
Oh God.
And Walter Calderon. Give it up for Walter.
And Andres Sandoval.
And no one else.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Guys.
Let's get some room tone a little bit. So I gotta edit it out.
It's room tone.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.